keep working on your dreams. And there will be one moment where everything comes together and it pays off.
Hey guys, welcome to the Up Next podcast, where we are interviewing teen entrepreneurs that are making it big time in the startup world. We are asking the questions we know you want to hear. Up Next is an app made for teens where anyone can join or build a real life startup.
From Holland. You are part of the website Snapput, the CEO actually. A teaching platform with over 1,000 explanatory videos from experienced teachers, which could be subjects like chemistry, math, physics, whatever, you name it. Also a bunch of languages, French, Dutch, English. I could go on, with over 1 million visitors already. And you started, doing all of this at the age of 16, which I think is just outstanding. Anything that I missed? Anything you want to add?
No, I think you explained it pretty well.
Okay, great. So happy to hear that. And how did you find yourself creating this platform? How did you find yourself becoming a part of it?
Well, I wanted to develop my own application because in high school I saw how expensive tutoring was outside of school, and I thought that really unfair. I would have to create something else that you don't have to pay $3,000 or $4,000 a year for.
Well, yeah, actually, I was an English tutor for a few years, so I see where you're coming from.
Yes.
It's pretty expensive. So
Yeah, really expensive.
Happy to see that you found a solution that a lot of people are benefiting from.
Yeah, that's the goal, that everyone has access to tutoring.
Yeah, always.
So actually being such a young CEO and running this company, who do you actually think was your first mentor and the one that helped you learn everything from the start?
My first mentor I think was my dad, but after that I think the investor behind Snappit is helping me a lot last year. And if I have a new idea or need help with something, I always call him, and he really takes the time to help me in every way possible.
That sounds really great, really inspiring. I'm sure you're also meeting a bunch of people that are little mini mentors in your life.
After that, me myself, I also consider my dad being my first mentor. So I completely agree with you. And most young kids or mother or fathers can be their first mentor. Great answer.
So how much time did it take for you to build this? When did it launch? How did that work?
I think that exactly this project, a couple hundred hours, I think. But I always think that the work you put in over the last few years all build up to this project. So everything you learn in other projects you use in this one. So I think that all the hours combined is probably like 1,000 or 2,000 hours.
So it took a while. We had some time.
Yeah, long nights.
Well, it was all worth it in the end.
Yes, absolutely.
So how did you actually pay for the production of the first version you launched?
I didn't pay for myself actually because it wasn't the investor. Yeah, it wasn't me, but the investor.
So you got investments like right off the bat.
Yes, it was an old study made for my dad actually.
Oh, okay, great. So
That's why my father is also my mentor actually, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. They all come together.
Yeah, exactly.
So how did you get those first users and customers? How did they find out about this platform?
I think we are making a lot of people to your marketing goal is of course the how do you say it, the students or themselves, but also the parents and the teachers. So we really have to come in contact with different people. But for teachers, our platform is free, so that's pretty easy to come in contact with, and they use it a lot. And via social media, it's really easy to come in contact with students and the parents via Facebook, etc.
Great.
Always good.
So what is actually the next goal you're aiming for with your company?
For Snappit, I think I want to cover all the topics in the Dutch education system.
You already have like so many going on there. I saw a lot of, science and math, usually the things that people have a hard time learning on their own. and always learning a language is hard. So I liked seeing that there was an option to do that. Throughout this journey that you're taking, building things and networking with people, where was a time where you experienced a real fail moment, a moment where you were just like, and you can't really think
Well,
or learn from it?
I think I've worked on a lot of projects on myself, but once you have worked like 100 hours on a project, um, last summer I worked on a project really long, and then if you find out that it didn't really work out, it's pretty hard, and it's really hard to afterwards to do it again and again and again until you come at the right solution to everything.
So you found yourself in general like messing up and getting back on the horse.
Yeah, that's pretty hard sometimes.
Yeah, it can get, but we're always learning and moving forward. So
Yeah, exactly.
example, I guess.
You learn from everything you do. So
For sure. So you being a young CEO, I'm sure you have partners, co-founders. What are the three traits you look into with a business partner?
I think the person has to be as enthusiastic as me. It's really important. Motivate also, it's pretty important. And open-minded, not really aiming for only that one thing, but also from that one thing, making other things and making it better. And yeah, you really have to be open-minded for that. So yeah, I think
Being
those
square.
three.
Yeah,
Being
thinking
square,
outside
yeah.
the box.
Thinking outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can see that, of course. So being so young, doing what you do, being a student yourself, I mean, maybe you even still use the platform that you brought to everyone today. Do you notice the advantages and disadvantages of your young age in the industry?
Well, disadvantage is I think that you don't have any money in the beginning,
Yeah.
so you really depend on other people,
Mhm.
and that's pretty hard. But it's also you come in contact with a lot of people, and that is really great. And the advantage thing that your idea, your project doesn't really have to be really interesting, but people already find it interesting to talk to someone that is working on such a product at such a young age. So
Yeah.
they're always interested in you.
Yeah, it's always going to be surprising. Like no matter
Yeah, exactly.
how many of these kinds of teens we have in the world, it's always going to be like
Yes,
So yeah, it's
exactly.
great though.
So being a tech entrepreneur, what is one tech tool that you can't go without that is a total lifesaver?
I think that I am pretty basic at that question because I think it's Word and Excel.
Right.
Word, I spend so many hours in Word, and Excel. I really like it to work with all those numbers and to create functions with all those numbers. So I really don't know what I would do without them.
Well, yeah, Excel has so many, like once you really know how it
Yeah.
works, all
Yeah,
these
it's really
codes
fun.
and
Right, but
shortcuts.
if you don't know how it works, it's kind of messed up.
Oh,
But
it's like a maze.
yeah, but after
Yeah,
you know, it's one of the best tools ever.
Yeah.
Totally
I
true.
actually had a school project on Excel, and everyone wanted to help them because they didn't really understand it.
Yeah, it takes a while. I know
Yeah,
about half, maybe half.
yeah, probably me too. 10% or something.
So throughout your startup entrepreneurial process, networking, meeting people, or not meeting people, maybe wanting to meet these people, which entrepreneurs inspire you the most these days?
Well, if I would mention the big names, I think like Elon Musk. He controls his own value. I think always because
Controls
with
the
the
world
Bitcoin,
any minute
etc.
now.
Yes, exactly. He only have to tweet Bitcoin and his value goes up by
Hey,
10 billion or something.
Dogecoin to the moon. For all the
Yes, exactly.
Dogecoin to the moon.
So yeah, he's always impressive. Where you can't beat him.
So
No, exactly.
So actually, one of the, like you said, being a young entrepreneur, there are some stuff that are disadvantages. So what do you think is one trait that you is weakest for you, and you have to like outsource it to a business partner or to a co-founder or employee?
I think that once I've worked a really long time on something and I have the slightest problem or just not feeling motivated anymore, it's sometimes really hard to keep going, and that's why in a business partner I'm looking for someone that's motivated, so that you can keep motivating each other, because on your own it's pretty hard sometimes.
It does get hard. You can always lean on someone compensating for the motivation we lack some days. I mean, no one's perfect.
Yeah, you motivate each other.
Yeah. So to all our listeners looking to be in your place, what piece of advice would you have to give them moving forward?
I think keep working always. Keep working on your dreams. And there will be one moment where everything comes together and it pays off.
Thousands of hours. It's all worth it.
Yes, it's really hard.
Right, for sure. So how important is it for young entrepreneurs to think about social change when creating a business?
Well, I think that you don't necessarily have to look for the social change itself, because if you have a great idea and you think that people will buy it or use it, it would immediately mean that it would have a great impact on people's life, and that's the social change. So you don't have to always look for
On
create food
purpose.
for everyone or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that if you have a great product, that would immediately mean that you have a good social change. You make it.
Yeah, I agree. I can see how they both, help one another. They come together. Maybe finding the product is what brings the social change.
Yes.
Okay, last question. I think it's a fun one. If you could have any superpower in the world, what would you pick or make up?
Um, I think reading people's mind.
No.
That would be really simple, I think, because everyone you talk to, you immediately know what they think of you, etc., and what you have to say to impress that person.
You
And that
don't
would,
have to think for yourself anymore. You got everyone
yes,
else's
exactly.
brain.
Yes. So you can ask Elon Musk when he's posting a tweet about Bitcoin, so you can invest, right?
Sounds like we're starting to use it for evil.
A little bit.
Nah, just here and there. We're allowed. We have superpowers.
Right.
Exactly.
So Stein, it was great talking to you and really nice getting to know you. I'm sure that you're working, bless you. We are working on a bunch of different things, and I can't wait to see what you do next. Seems like things are going really well, and I just hope that we can stay in touch.
Yeah, thanks for having me.